Back from vacation, man. Feels good to be back in studio. And for today's video, we're going to react to yesterday's release of the first unofficial depth chart of the Minnesota Vikings. And I want to start with the defense first, in which case I think it's pretty clear from Mike Zimmer. For him, give me veterans or give me death. That's his approach. Not only is he running with the veterans, so if you're a first or second year player, you wait till it's your time, young buck. But also, this is the defense with a series of one-year deals. At least one starter at each level of the defense are on a one-year contract with the Minnesota Vikings this 2021 season. At safety, obviously, Harrison Smith, Xavier Woods, they're going to get the starts. At cornerback, if not for the signing of Bashaud Breeland, Cam Dantzler, he would be your opposite starter of Patrick Peterson, but they brought in Bashaud Breeland. So now, because you know Mackenzie Alexander, he's the slot corner, Cam Dantzler, he's 4. I was thinking with Harrison Hand and his emergence through OTAs that, oh man, Cam Dantzler, maybe he's looking at the 5 spot. But Cam Dantzler right now is CB4, not because he's bad, but just because there's so much traffic in front of him. At linebacker, next to Anthony Barr and Eric Kendricks, the third starting linebacker in 4-3 sets, even though more often than not, anecdotally speaking, I would imagine that at least 51% of the base defense, really speaking, across the league is in nickel formations. But, okay, on the 4-3 sets, your third starting linebacker is Nick Vigil, the free agent signing formerly of the LA Chargers, and before that, the Cincinnati Bengals. My guy, Chaz Surratt, who I was super high on, he's got a big hill to climb. Right now, he's the third will linebacker after Nick Vigil and Cam Smith. At defensive tackle, obviously Michael Pierce, after opting out of the 2020 season, he's returned to the team. He's your starting nose tackle. Dalvin Tomlinson, one of your many big free agent signings on defense this past offseason, he's your starting 3-tech. And technically, after that, Armon Watts, he's listed as the second nose tackle, but I would imagine on passing downs, pass rush situations that, and it's crazy that Sheldon Richardson, it's wild that I'm looking at this depth chart. Sheldon Richardson is your backup 3-tech. That's wild. Kudos to Rick Spielman on that. But I would imagine on passing downs that Dalvin Tomlinson, who's a natural nose tackle, you could simply move him to nose and move up Sheldon Richardson to your 3-tech on that particular play. We'll see how it all plays out. Defensive end, Danielle Hunter listed at left end, and reportedly he's been kicking all sorts of ass in training camp. He's going to go off. Stephen Weatherly, not really surprised that he's the starter opposite of Danielle Hunter, and I can't stress this enough, folks, but if on games when we're going up against beastly left tackles, if the mindset is Danielle, he's playing left end no matter what, that's the one thing that could create potential problems for this defense, even though I think the defense overall is going to be fantastic. And the only other thing, if you want to nitpick at something is, and I talked about this opening this video, is that, hey, Mike Zimmer, I want veterans, damn it. I just don't think after Andre Patterson last year, DJ won him. This is my special project. This is amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on him. And you see it even in Jacksonville with C.J. Henderson. What happened to give a player some time to develop? If this is your guy, I just hate how the league is fastly becoming 1 year, give it all you got, and if you're not an all-pro player, then damn it, we're going to push you to the side. That's really the only thing. I really think DJ won him. He should be the opposite starter. But either way, this defense is going to be great. On offense, quarterback. After Kirk Cousins, Jake Browning, he's your QB2. In which case, you remember after that practice where all of a sudden Kirk Cousins, Kellen Mond, who's your QB4 right now, Nate Stanley, all of a sudden they were out due to COVID-19 protocols. Jake Browning took all the snaps, and after that, even I said, man, he did a really good job. Oh, my God, this may be the QB2 for the Vikings this year. Ever since then, he fell back to the face of the earth. Hasn't looked great. Kellen Mond was recently activated off of COVID-19 protocols, so I would imagine he would at least climb up to be your QB3. At running back, after Dalvin Cook, you have Alexander Madison. After that, at RB3, you have Amir Abdullah, in which no disrespect out there, I just don't see why we continuously keep Amir Abdullah on the team. And if we want to say, well, he's a return specialist, there's the value, well, then we have KJ Osborne. We have Kane and Wangu. I just don't. In fact, speaking of Kane and Wangu, this dude is so damn fast. He should be your RB3 at the very least. And in some cases, I would even make the argument because Alexander Mattison, all right, he can step in for Dalvin Cook. He's the insurance policy for when Dalvin Cook, because he was dealing with injury issues before that. Alexander Mattison, serious question. What has he shown to make you think if we need a play, a big play for Alexander Mattison to make in the regular season, that he can make it? That hole against Seattle, at Seattle, if he simply bounced right, we would have got the first down on 4th and 1. What has he shown? I would rather have Kane and Wangu, in my humble opinion, as RB2 over Alexander Mattison, but at the very least, RB3. Fullback, obviously, CJ Ham is your starter. Wide receiver, after Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, he has been your wide receiver 3. This dude has been absolutely killing it. Good for him. D.D. Westbrook, who knows if he'll even suit up for this team, still rehabbing, not making much impact. And Amir Smith-Marset. This kind of reminds me of Courtney Davis, where I was super excited about this guy. He's a little bit raw, but let him develop. Oh, it could be a big piece of this team in the future. And Mike Zimmer recently spoke about Amir Smith-Marset. Hey, he needs to play better. He has to get better if he's going to make this team, which says to me that he's not going to make the team. That's a surprise cut for me if it does happen. Tight end, Irv Smith Jr., Tyler Conklin. I hope to see a lot of 2 tight end set formations because Tyler Conklin is a super athletic dude. And then we get to the offensive line. Your offensive tackles, Brian O'Neill at right tackle and Rashad Hill at left tackle, only because Christian Darrisaw is getting himself game shape ready. He's been dealing with a groin injury for this entire offseason, and Mike Zimmer I don't think it's something to panic about, but Mike Zimmer did talk about this and say, listen, man, I'm so annoyed this dude is always hurt. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I don't think it's something that is going to end up like a Tweetgate 2.0 situation, but worst case, I would imagine Christian Darrisaw would be, you want him to be your week 1 starter, but worst case, I would say week 3, week 4, he takes the reins. If Rashad Hill is your 16-game starter at left tackle, that's going to be an absolute disaster. Interior offensive lineman, Ezra Cleveland at left guard. We already knew that. Garrett Bradbury, this is your last chance, at least for me anyway, at center. And at right guard, Oli Udoh. Oli Udoh has been an absolute hammer force in training camp. I absolutely love it. And listen, a couple of weeks ago when Mike Zimmer talked about, hey, right guard, that's going to be an open competition between Dakota Dozier and Oli Udoh and Drew Samia. I said, well, my God, you have to put Oli Udoh ahead of everyone else because Drew Samia, I would imagine the first wave of cuts that come around, Drew Samia will be on that list because I have never seen, and I swear to God, I've never seen this in my life, an offensive line. This was what, against Indy last year? Was that week 2 or week 3, whatever that was? I've never seen an offensive lineman in my life get pancaked, get literally thrown off the line of scrimmage. No base, no power, just rah! There's no difference if it were me or you playing right guard that particular game. It was pathetic. And Dakota Dozier, okay, he's better than Drew Samia, but that's a super low bar. But Oli Udoh, yo, I love what I'm hearing about Oli Udoh. And one more thing I will say, Wyatt Davis, he's getting himself worked back up. He's been taking, 3rd team snaps at center. If Oli Udoh does turn out to be, and I know this is super optimistic thinking, and don't get ahead of yourself because the Vikings, they always make me look stupid. But if Oli Udoh really does turn out to be our right guard, at least for the foreseeable future, and if Garrett Bradbury really does not turn out to be our center of the future like we thought he would be, if Wyatt Davis can develop into an NFL caliber center, then maybe, just maybe, we'll finally have some continuity. We love that word so much on this team. Maybe we'll finally have some continuity on this offensive line for the foreseeable future. Those are my thoughts on the first unofficial depth chart for your Minnesota Vikings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. This video is brought to you by Canadips CBD from the hills of Humboldt County, California. Our friends at Canadips CBD, the nation's leading tobacco and nicotine-free dip alternative with CBD, are excited to present the Game of the Year. Canadips CBD is a fast-acting and innovative way to consume CBD that works and tastes great and won't make you play sneakachu with the wife during football season. The Game of the Year is one winner chosen by August 31st. Entry is easy. Head to CanadipsCBD.com and click the link, or visit Canadip's main Instagram and look for the blue check mark. One winner will be chosen and can bring a +1 for any regular season NFL game, which includes airfare for two with luxury hotel lodging, great seats for the game. That's right, Canadips is randomly choosing one lucky winner for the fan experience of a lifetime. So head to CanadipsCBD.com. I'll include that link in the description box below this video, and enter or go to the official @Canadips Instagram page. Be the winner. And if you're a Vikings fan, if you win this, then you can watch the Vikings beat up on the Packers. Next video will be tomorrow. We'll see you then.